Hey guys, I'm singing a song today for my dad. He would have been 77 today, and he passed away from early onset Alzheimer's. What a quirky man he was, and his favorite singer was Elvis. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's the first time doing an Elvis song. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong, and we'll never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me that you're mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. That's from my dad. He was a wonderful dad, and that's where I get my artistic flair from. He was a writer and a painter. Even with early onset Alzheimer's, he learned to play harmonica. He was very, very quirky. I remember it was 3 weeks after my mom passed away that my brother and I had to take Dad out for his appointment to see what the troubles he was having was. And it turned out to be Alzheimer's. But when the doctor asked, has he been having like hallucinations, or is he seeing things, I said, well, yeah, he sees mother. And I don't know if he's still seeing the aliens or the little children walking through the house talking to him, but he always did. So I said, that's nothing new. And that was the funny thing about Dad. He had Alzheimer's for years before we caught on, because he was eccentric, he was quirky, he struggled with his mood, with depression and anxiety, although we didn't name it as such. But he always managed with his creativity. Like, I remember growing up, I had books, plural, that he wrote, sitting up in my closet in binders, right? Paintings. I have paintings all through my house, right? It was pretty amazing. And those are the things that he expressed himself through. Like, if you see his paintings, oh my goodness, he can do a typical Newfoundland scene or a boat or whatnot absolutely beautifully. My mom adored those. But, I mean, up in our house, Mom, God love her, she didn't want to squash his spirit. There might be a painting of the Grim Reaper, and over in the corner a broken wagon with a little baby in it, right? That's up in the hallway in the house, right? Or a painting of our ribs, like internal, our ribs red, right? Blood, right? It was crazy. The first painting that I recall him doing, he called Mother Nature. And it's like a green face with 2 dead birds across the top, a mushroom cloud up behind, a pin down through her nose, like worms coming out of her mouth. And that was in the stairwell going upstairs, right? And in our house, that was just normal. I just thought, my God, my dad, boy, he's something else. He's something else, something going on there. And thank God, because in my own life, I'm very deep. I have a simple life. But I mean, what's going on internally? I mean, it's a bit wicked sometimes, right? And but I have my dad to look to, and he's the one that supported me with my writing. That's something I've been passionate about for a very long time. In my late teens, I probably wrote about 600 poems and sent them to him in journals. Those were his gifts. And he'd read every single one, and he was very supportive. It was absolutely wonderful. And then I just got into songwriting. And then he was my biggest fan with songwriting. You know, he used to say, "Boy, you're just as good as any of them. You're just as good as any of them." And Mother would say, "Ted, she's not fit for that. Look at her, look. My God, she haven't got the energy." Which turned out to be fibromyalgia. But that's been diagnosed since 2005, many years ago. And I live with that and everything that comes along with it. But to be honest, the biggest gift my dad gave me was being his quirky, silly, bizarre self. Like, even in later years, he did self-portraits. I don't know how many were in the series, maybe 6 or 8, called The Curmudgeon. And he took pictures of himself doing quirky faces, like, and he painted them, right? And my poor mother, I mean, as steadfast as they come, as straightforward, like, to her, art is you make quilts and you knit and keep people warm, and you make all kinds of food, and this is what you do. And here's father taking pictures of himself and painting them after. I mean, it's amazing how many years they were together. Absolutely amazing. But they both passed away young, and the thing about that is I do feel them with me. And even this morning, as I was learning this song, Love Me Tender, there was an Elvis song playing on the TV. I puts on Stingray. 717 is the channel. And it was about loneliness. And I don't think I ever heard that Elvis song before. And it's because my daddy knows. A few years back when he died, I could hear him telling me, "Find your peace. Find your peace." And I did. I found a wonderful peace. Like, I lives in peace. It's absolutely extraordinary. And now he knows. I was talking to him this morning when I woke up. I said, "Father, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I knows I'm not the lonely type I am now, and I don't know what to do about it." So he said, "Well, it's this pandemic, right? So you might have to hold off on that." Anyways, I just want to send a big hug out to anyone who lost their dad. And remember they're with us, and remember their quirks and whatever they were to you. And wherever they are, I'm quite sure that being remembered is tops of their goals for a day. So anyways, take care, everybody. Take care of you.